Just Pops, man. There you go. One of them, huh?
Hey, look. Hey, no, man. Good to see you. Ready for it? Ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready, Mr. Plant?
Hell yeah. Hell
ready. The drip is clean. We don't know if the fist is clean though.
You have to wait till Sunday.
You gotta wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a quote by you that said that your whole life is culminating on this night. Something like that?
My life's work.
My life's work.
In one moment, you know. So 17 years. That's just in boxing. You know? Take everything else that happened even before that, mix it all up. It's my life's work.
How's the? Is there like elevated game plans that go into a fight like this? So if he comes out like this, do you come out, or do you just say, "I'm Caleb Plant. This is what I do, and this is how I win fights"?
I'm Caleb Plant. This is what I do. I feel like so many people go into fights with such a strict game plan that when they don't start working, they don't know what else to do. So the plan is just to go in there, be me, and make adjustments as needed.
Seems like you're the underdog. You're plus 200 somewhere in there for Vegas, but it seems like online, more people are picking you to defeat Uzakaki based off of your potential, because they say we haven't really seen Caleb Plant in a big fight. Give them some confirmations to put an extra $100 on you as opposed to just putting 100. Maybe they might want to put 200.
Yeah. I mean, the odds are what they are. I've been beating the odds my whole life. I'm not supposed to be here. We ain't supposed to be talking. I've been beating the odds my whole life. So, you know, the bookies is going to put it at what they think. There ain't nothing I can do about that. Actually, there is something I can do about that on Sunday. So, you know, we'll let them know how wrong they are on Sunday.
And I saw yesterday that Benavidez is fighting Jalen Love. What's your take on that one?
I mean, it's good for them. You know, right now, I focus on my plate. My plate is food. As I said before, you look around, you start looking around at other people's plates of food too often. You look back down, and ain't no food on yours. So right now, I'm just focused on the task at hand. You know, big opportunity in front of me. Great deal with BBC and Fox that got put together with Al and everybody else. So I'm just looking to display my own talents. I'm not really focused on anybody else right now. After the fight, we can break everything else down.
And focusing on yourself, what do you think is your biggest challenge in this fight?
I mean, Jose, he's a rough, tough fighter. He's a world champion. He's rugged. He's coming to win. But so is everyone else I fought. I know that this will be my toughest opponent to date, especially on paper. But so am I. I'm his toughest opponent. I don't care who he's fought in the past. I don't care about what resume he hasn't fought Caleb Plant. So my biggest task is also his biggest task.
Why'd you really want this fight so bad?
I was next in line. I got picked, and I don't turn fights down. So he got upgraded to world champion. I was next in line. I wasn't given this opportunity. I earned it. We were scheduled to fight in August. 5 weeks before, I broke my hand in training. The fight was still signed. We just had to push it back, and it's all healed up, and here we are. So.
You said in an interview, I believe it was the Boxing Voice or something like that, you says, this Caleb Plant beats the Caleb Plant in August. Why?
Would have whooped him, boy.
I never heard a fighter say that. That kind of piqued my interest.
That Caleb Plant, that boy would have got whooped. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just, when I hurt my hand, I didn't, I used my time wisely. I didn't sit on the sideline waiting for things to get ran back up. I used my time wisely. I stayed sharp with my tools. I stayed in the weight room. I stayed on my stability. I stayed on my core. I stayed on my, right arm stuff, whether it's curls or working on my right hand in the gym. and working on my strength, my punching power, and y'all gonna see a new Caleb Plant on Sunday. And if I can show you better than I can tell you. You know, fighters, they send me for you guys all the time. They tell you things, and it never comes to fruition. So as much as I can tell you, I'd much rather show you.
Coach Wade, you talked about your stabilization, your strength and conditioning. Can you speak upon the things that you and Coach Wade has been doing working together?
Just, you know, explosive work, strength work, power work, you know, functional movement, not just in there lifting weights trying to be a football player. I'm a boxer. You know, that's what I've been my whole life. So that's all we're looking to work on, is be a better boxer. I'm not trying to be the best basketball player, the best football player, nothing like that. We're just working on stuff for Caleb Plant to be the best Caleb Plant that he can be. So.
Caleb, when you say that this is the culmination of your life's work, the gravity of that moment, has that hit you yet, or is that maybe something that'll hit you in the locker room? Is that like, wow, or is it just kind of time to get to work?
I mean, like, is it a bit too big for me?
No, I'm just asking, like, the gravity of the moment.
Yeah,
like, how do you feel are you kind of like, yeah, it's time, let's go to work? Or are you kind of like, you're going to kind of like bask in it maybe a little bit and just kind of like enjoy it and all that? I don't know. What's that going to be like?
Well, for some people, it may feel too big for them, but when you created the moment, it can't be bigger than you. So I'm calm, cool, collected. I've been boxing my whole life, you know. Amateurs, I've been all over I've been over the world. I've been to Italy, I've been to Trinidad, I've been to the UK, I've been all over the US. I've done international duels. I mean, I've been doing this my whole life. So, you know, I'm embracing it, but at the same time, it's not, it's too big. As a matter of fact, the farther away I was, it was big, and I thought that the closer I get to it, the bigger it would get. But the closer I got to the moment, it seems like the smaller it's gotten, because in camp we've left no stones unturned, you know, from big to small. And when you know you've done everything right and haven't cut any corners, you know, it's going to give you that extra mental edge. Just last night, you know, we seen Jose with the sauna suit on, sweating, and they told me that right after I just got done eating, and I went on to bed. So, you know, as far as weight goes, there's no weight issues. If y'all follow me on social media, y'all know I eat good all camp long. Thank you to Miss Jordan Hardy over there. But so yeah, we don't cut corners.
So you feel, Caleb, when Muskataki got clocked by Darrell's coach, he took the shot really well. What were your thoughts on that when that happened, and what does that tell you about his chin?
Seemed like he got a little bit of a beard, don't he? Yeah. So, I mean, you know, good for him. But Uncle Darrell ain't Caleb Plant either, so just made for a good social media moment, I guess, you know.
What were your thoughts on that when that happened?
It's a little crazy to me, you know. It seems like that's not what Andre wanted, you know. It didn't seem like he was happy with that. But, you know, sometimes we get caught up in the moment with the people we love, and sometimes we overreact. I'm sure we've all been there and done that in one scenario or another. So, you know, that's how he handled it, you know. So, hard to speak on things, how exactly you would handle something unless you're in that situation. So, you know.
Mikey Garcia. Oh, good. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Training camp was all good. No issues.
Smooth as butter, man.
Smooth as butter, he says.
Yes, sir. This has been I'm sure y'all have heard this a million times. This is my best camp ever. But this has truly been my best camp ever. I mean, I'm physically the strongest I've ever been. I'm punching harder than I ever have. My hands are healthy. It's a little crooked. Y'all can see it's a little bit crooked, but I've been winging it, sparring. I've been letting it go. It hasn't been giving me any trouble, any problems at all.
That fit in the glove still?
We got a custom glove with the thumbs on this side. But yeah, camp, from the quality of sparring, we've had Ahmed Ali who was fighting on the show as well. I want to give a shout out to him. Anyone who knows Ahmed Ali knows he's a rough, tough dude who comes forward. He's bigger than Jose. He's thicker than Jose. He's stronger than Jose. That dude's, you know, 200 pounds. And let me just say, it's been, you know, I've been doing good sparring. So. But shout out to Ahmed Ali. Thank you for the work, man. The dude, he brought it all camp long. He's giving me great rounds. So.
What is it that you plan on taking advantage of against Jose come Saturday night or Sunday night? I'll be there. I'll be there.
You dropped you dropped info on the after party. Is that confidence, or is that just, does that give you an edge, or because Uzakaki's gonna see it and this team is gonna see it? So,
I mean, I'm taking the belt to
Greystone.
So that's it.
Drake got a song, popping bottles at Greystones.
Maybe he'll be there.
Last question for me. Sensitive subject, I know, but talk about the incentive you have to walking into the ring. When you go into the ring, it's I don't want to say a heavy heart. It might be even more enthusiasm, more inspiration for you. Just touch on that for me.
By no means have I ever claimed to have the worst story. I didn't grow up the poorest kid. I grew up poor, but not the poorest. I grew up tough, but maybe not the toughest. I grew up, it was hard, but it may not have been the hardest. But that story means something to me. And I have been through things that a lot of people haven't. I've been through things that have folded a lot of people that made them great, and I haven't. I said many times, I'm gonna keep on saying it. I've taken many defeats throughout my whole entire life. I've never been defeated, ever. I come out the other side every time. Every time. That gives me confidence. So know that I cannot be folded. So
help some people going through similar issues. How do they overcome them? How do put one foot in front of the next? Wake up every morning with a confident personality or a confident outlook. How do you get through it and help others that going through the same thing get through that?
There is no secret. It's no math equation. You stand up out of bed. You put one foot on the ground. Put another foot in front of it, and you put another foot in front of it, and you just keep going. That's it. And it's up to you. No one can want it as bad as you. No one can want this for me as bad as I want it for me. If there's someone out there who wants it more for me than I do, it's not gonna work. At some point, the water's gonna get too deep. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna quit. So if you determine to make it, you'll make it. If you dedicate yourself to something for 15 years straight, you gonna sit and tell me you're not gonna be a master at that? It's the masters who get paid at what they do. If you dedicate yourself to 15 years or something, you're gonna be a master at it. But pick what you love. You know what I'm saying? My father always told me, do what you love, you'll do it well. So.
You sound like Malcolm Gladwell. I don't know, you know what Malcolm Gladwell is?
Is that before my time?
No. You called me old motherfucker doctor.
Yes.
No, but I want to ask you about Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, so we can get his interview with a little bit more legs. What's your take on that fight, Errol Spence and Mikey?
Errol, dude's a monster. Great body work, great pressure, great fundamentals. But then it's hard to also bet against somebody like Mikey. Someone who's proven himself over and over and over. Great boxing skill, great boxing fundamentals as well. Boxing is blood, But if I had to put money on it, I'd go with Errol, He's the bigger dude. Seems as if he punches much harder. He's got a great body attack. So if I had to put money on it, of course, I'd go with Errol.
And a big fight in your hometown next weekend. You have Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Not your, where you live now, not your hometown. Your residence, excuse me.
Yeah, Broner, Pacquiao. I'm saying the same thing everybody else is saying. Which Broner is going to show up. So, but Broner, he's always been nice and kind and respectful to me, always been cool to me. So, I'm rooting for Broner. He's flashy, he's fun. He's fun to be around, fun to watch. So yeah, just hoping that the right one shows up.
And your relationship with Jordan Hardy, how's that coming? Because she's becoming sort of a boxing expert herself now.
Absolutely, yeah. Things is going great. We're rolling. So she's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. She'll be announcing on all the FS1 shows this year. So that means I got to step my game up and get the strap. So.
Is she working the fight Sunday?
Absolutely not.
She wouldn't be able to.
She wouldn't be able to. Yeah, she would be pulling her hair out. No, but she's not worried or anything. But she'll just be this weekend.
Okay. And my final question. There's a big fight going on the 26th, I believe. It's James Nagel and Chris Eubanks Jr. How do you perceive that fight? Because I remember you called out James Nagel some time ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Not necessarily calling him out. I had some words for somebody else and he stepped in, so I'll let him know he can get it too. But I don't know. I'll let them work that out.
Who wins that fight?
I don't know.
Don't care.
Don't care.
How do you win? 17-0, 10 knockouts. I know you got to go. How'd the Saturday night end? Sunday night end, excuse me.
With my hand raised.
Your hand raised. And a no. Appreciate you, Caleb. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Like, we're almost there. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, so just